everybody! Day 24 of my year in food, and today I've actually been testing and cooking recipes all day for work. So I think what goes with that hand in hand is taste testing a lot throughout the day. So when it comes to dinner tonight, I want something really light and just nice and clean and nice and easy. So I'm gonna do today Thai Turkey Meatballs with sweet chili dipping sauce. And these are so yummy. I just love these. You could use other meat if you want, like a pork or a ground beef, but I'm just doing pretty lean ground turkey. And it's all those flavors I love that I'm really missing from being home in New Orleans. Like, we have the best Vietnamese food there. So I'm missing all that kind of flavor, those Thai, Vietnamese flavors, lemongrass, basil, mint, all those things that are just yummy and clean. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna attempt to make like a little, with my mandolin or my veggetti, this like crazy contraption that I bought that's supposed to like swirl out vegetables. So I'm gonna attempt that with some cucumber and some carrots and see if that works, just to have some kind of nice little clean veggies on the side for this. So this recipe, again, it's from my first cookbook, so I'm just going to follow that along. But instead of, I usually fry them in a pan with a bit of oil, I'm going to try to just bake them off today. And just because it's nice and easy and I don't have to hover anymore over the stove, which I'm kind of ready for today. It's been a long cooking day for me. So let's go have a look at all the pretty ingredients and we'll get cracking. So day 24, my year in food, Thai turkey meatballs. Yum, yum, yum. With some dipping sauce and hopefully some kind of fancy little veggetti, cucumber, carrot salad. We'll see. Okay, let's go. Have a look. So here are the ingredients for our Thai turkey meatballs today for day 24 of my year in food. And you can see there's a lot of herbage going on today. Loads of cilantro, basil, mint. And these are great because we just get these at the local, our Asian market, and they're like $1.50 for a huge bundle. So I'm always looking for ways and recipes to kind of utilize all these beautiful herbs. So we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro, same with the basil, actually 1 tablespoon, 1.5 for the basil and the mint, 3 scallions or green onions. You could use a red, I love the red chilies, but I can't find them at the moment, so I've just done a jalapeno, green chili, and that's going to get finely diced. This, if you don't know what this is delicious. This is like the rock that built most Vietnamese and Thai cuisine. It's lemongrass. Oh my gosh, the most beautiful flavor. And we're actually going to break him up a little bit just with a knife, or you could use, you know, the back of a spoon or mallet to release the flavor. And we're going to just kind of cook him in with a bit of nak mam, which is our fish sauce back here. Okay, fish sauce. You can find that at Asian markets, but just in the Asian aisle even of your grocery store. So we're going to kind of make this lemongrass infused fish sauce that we're going to use to flavor the meatball, which is awesome. So that's, oh, obviously you need a little pinch of salt. We're using a little pinch of granulated sugar today. And we're just using ground turkey, 93% lean. There is some fat in here, which I kind of want. Just a little bit of fat. And then you can use cornstarch, corn flour, or tapioca flour is great for this recipe too, or white rice flour. And that's just going to kind of bind everything together for us. And before we roll the meatballs in our hands, we're going to just dust our hands with that again. And then this is the serving sauce. It's in a jar. You could make it yourself if you want, but what's the point? I mean, it literally is about $3 to get it. This is something great to have on hand anyway. You could do anything with this. You could do shrimp and chicken, and it's just a really yummy, it's a spicy sweet kind of Thai sauce that you can find in that aisle as well of your grocery store, and that's going to be our little dipping sauce, which again, you could make it yourself, but why? Why torture ourselves like that? So that's everything for our meatballs. So we'll go get cracking with that, and then I don't even know what I'm doing for this salad. I'm making it up today, so I'll show you that a bit later on once the meatballs are cooking along. So day 24, my year in food, Thai turkey meatballs. Let's go get cooking. Okay, so the first step of this whole Thai turkey meatball thing is getting our lemongrass kind of not poached, but just softened, and we're gonna do that. I've got a little small pan with about 2.5, 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. So I'm just gonna give this a good whack a few times just to kind of release some of the flavors. I'm just using a really heavy knife. I'm sorry that this is gonna get very shaky. I really need 2 hands. But as you can see by me demonstrating, you just wanna kind of give it a good little whack. And then put the whole thing into here, and then on low heat, we're gonna let that go for about 3 to 4 minutes, just to soften. And you want that on kind of a low simmering heat. So it looks weird, but this is a great way to kind of soften this lemongrass, because you don't want to eat it the way it is. You need it to be softened. I would recommend that you open a window, because this is probably not the most delicious of smells with fish sauce going. Open the window. We're gonna let this go for about 3 or 4 minutes, and meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm gonna go get a huge mixing bowl, and I'm basically gonna combine most of the ingredients, all the chopped herbs and the chili, the green onions, all that stuff is gonna go into a big mixing bowl, which I will show you in just a bit with the turkey. Okay, so that was the 3 to 4 minutes with the lemongrass and the fish sauce. I'm gonna let this cool, the fish sauce cool, and I'm gonna take the lemongrass out and let that cool, because I'm gonna peel this outer layer. You can see the outer layers kind of come apart. So that's really, really tough. We don't want that at all. We want this nice soft bit in the middle. So we're gonna let this cool, and then give him a really fine chop, and he's going to go into our meatball mix. So that's the next step, and I'm still getting everything else going in the big mixing bowl. See how those outer tough leaves just kind of pop off? These we don't want. This lovely center bit is really nice and tender, so we're going to finely chop that. And that's the lemongrass that you want to use. Right, so here is the big bowl full of everything, and I've got all my chopped herbs. That was the cilantro, basil, fresh mint, it's green onions. I've got about a tablespoon, maybe a teeny bit over, of the tapioca flour. I've got a green chili. I like the reds better if you can find the reds, but the green chili finely chopped up. And then our pound of ground turkey. Now, ground pork would be delish with these, so you could always do that. And then here is the fish sauce lemongrass concoction, if you will. So I showed you those stalks. We threw those out, and then we just finely chopped that the inside bit, the soft bit. And I'm just gonna, I really need 2 hands. This is so hard. Anyway, you see the whole thing here. I'm going to add all that in, and I'm going to go back and scrape when I have 2 hands to get all of that out. And I'm going to put some gloves on, and I am going to start mixing all of this together so everything is really well incorporated with the turkey. And then I'm going to dust my chopping board with some more tapioca flour. Again, you could use cornstarch, you could use rice flour, whatever. And I'm going to start rolling these babies, and I'm going to place them on a lightly greased baking tray, and I will show you how they are looking as soon as I get that done. So here's our tray of our Thai turkey meatballs. Everything's been rolled in a bit of tapioca flour, so it doesn't stick and it'll stay together nicely. Now, I made these quite big, as you could see. You could do these, if you're doing these for a party or for like an appetizer, break these. I would do these in 2. I would just make little teeny baby Thai turkey meatballs. But this gave me about 20 good size meatballs. So what we're going to do now, we're actually going to put these in the fridge. You can cover them with cling film if you want. I'm just going to whack them in the fridge for about 30 minutes. And that's just going to help everything kind of solidify and stick together nicely when we cook. So they're going to go in the fridge for about 30 minutes. And then usually I fry these in a huge pan actually with some oil. But instead of that, I'm going to actually try to bake these off today and see how they come out. So experimenting away. But no matter what, they're going to taste yummy, I think. They smell so good, the lemongrass and all the herbs, and so excited. Okay, fridge, 30 minutes. Thai turkey meatballs, day 24, my year in food. Let's do it. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. I just pulled our little Thai turkey meatball babies out of the fridge, and now I'm going to put them in a 350-degree oven, Fahrenheit, for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to blast the heat up to 400 degrees for the last 10 to 15, just to get some nice golden color, hopefully, because I'm not pan frying today. I am baking these. So I'm going to throw those in now, and I will show you them when they are hopefully cooked and gorgeous and golden and brown. So while my meatballs are cooking long, I just kind of made a little quick attempt of a salad. And I ended up using my mandolin because that veggetti thing, honey, that was a waste of $15. But I have my trusty old mandolin that I love, love, love. Everybody needs one of these. And I just did the slice setting, and I just did 2 organic carrots and a half of an organic cucumber, the seedless kind, English cucumber. So that's that, and I'm gonna just do a bit of rice wine vinegar, some mirin, and some sesame oil. And I may or may not add either soy sauce or fish sauce. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just going to give that a little stir, pop it in the fridge, and we'll see what happens. Meatballs are cooking, the salad's going, and I'm getting super excited for these. Oh, baby. Okay. These are ready to come out. It's been 30 minutes in total, well, 35, so they've just gone up to 400 degrees. I'm going to pull these out. They are definitely done, and oh my gosh, they smell so good. This is why I lightly sprayed the tray there before, because it's going to be quite a mess. Luckily, I am not on cleanup duty tonight, so I don't have to scrub. But these are gorgeous. So I'm just going to let them cool, and then I'm going to place them on a paper towel lined plate just to kind of degrease a bit, and then I will show you how we're going to plate all this up. Thai turkey meatballs. Okay, so here they are. Oh my gosh, they taste so great. This is our Thai turkey meatballs that we did, and they actually were great in the oven, so I'm happy with that. They got some nice color on them. And then this was just the salad I made of the carrots and a cucumber. And all I did was just do a teeny bit of sesame oil and mirin, which is the rice wine vinegar. So yummy. So all we're going to do to finish this is I've got some more of that fresh mint that I'm just going to work all over these guys. And some of that fresh basil as well. Just going to give that little pop of color. Oh, I wish y'all could smell this. It really does smell so good. Ooh, we got a crazy one. And so you could do the skewers like I have with the dipping sauce, or if you want to make them more of a meal, you could serve them with a whole salad, or maybe in some like gluten-free ramen or something like that, some nice rice noodles, or rice, plain rice, anything you want really. But we're gonna have this with some salad. And that is day 24 of my year in food, my Thai turkey meatballs. So, so good, and actually surprisingly very healthy, especially since we baked them. So I hope you try this for yourselves. Happy cooking, happy eating, and I will see you tomorrow.